Hello everybody, Wyatt Andrews Workshop here, and welcome back to another episode of Orewell Zoo. Today we are in some unfamiliar territory, thanks, entirely. I did the landscaping, but my friend Amagooner on Bronation has blessed us with this incredible parking lot. If you know anything about me, you probably know that I don't enjoy building these, and I've been putting it off for some time. Originally, I was going to have PS Vision Gaming, also known as Creative Games, on to work on it, but he noted that he specializes in European parking lots, and that they're decidedly different from those in America, but Amagooner stepped up to the plate, and I gladly accepted, and he did just such an amazing job. So as you can see, it's still a work in progress. We've got sort of this side of the road that still needs to be finished, but all the stuff over here, I'm starting to landscape it. He originally offered to landscape it, but I just sort of know myself and how I place foliage, and I just wanted it to fit in with the zoo as best as possible. So I just had him leave the plots of mulch blank, and I would just go in and go ham with all of the landscaping. Which we can see here. I've used the same random rotation all technique for the rocks, and I've got them strewn about all over the place. This is also still a work in progress. I'm just sort of laying down the groundwork. I usually start with the rocks, and then I start with one type of plant, and then I go in with another and another and another until I'm happy with it, and that's what I've done all throughout here. They've installed these sort of walkways through the parking lot, and I've taken upon myself to plant them pretty heavily, just because parking lots are big dead spaces of asphalt, and they're not what I would really call environmentally conscious structures, so I really wanted to get some extensive greenery in here just to sort of just do what I could to cover it up. Not cover up the build itself, because it's incredible and super realistic, but just the zoo in real life would try and cover up the big asphalt wasteland as much as possible. And another thing that has been an addition of mine is these fences, the blueprint of which I have over by the entrance. But I've just started to spread them around here just to sort of discourage people from hopping over through the landscaping. And I've got more of it here going all throughout these different walkways, and I think it just looks amazing. Due just exclusively to Amagooner, because I could have landscaped anything. It's not super difficult for me, but I find this sort of civic infrastructure to be just incomprehensible. I can do it, but it wouldn't be nearly as good as what we have here. But yeah, and then in terms of other stuff that I added to all of this, I've got this, I think this was originally flat, or it just had grass or mulch in it, but I went ahead and added a whole bunch of this amazing buffalo grass, which we got in the Grassland DLC recently, and then just some nice... You want me to move the mouse? Oh, that's why. And then we've just got some nice rolling hills in here just for a bit of intrigue, and a whole bunch of plants. These Korean pines look absolutely amazing to me. I know one of my friends doesn't like them, but I really like them. And because I've just been generally hesitant to add conifers in this project, but these have sort of paved the way for me to be more inclusive on that front, because they're everywhere. Conifers can really be everywhere. And it was about time I realized that, so I'm starting to sprinkle them around more in places they fit. And then over here, I've got this little bathroom sort of shaded picnic area that's also still a work in progress. I want to add some rocks for people to hop around on. This would just sort of be a meeting spot. If you brought a sack lunch or something, or if you're in a field trip group, this is where we would all meet up before we entered the zoo itself. This bathroom actually is from the original Africa Pavillion. I built it specifically for it. It was in an exhibit that's probably never going to be shown, but I've brought it over here. It's been given a new forever home, hopefully, unless I get unhappy with it, which I might. But for now, I think it looks fine. I need to update these doors and the signs, obviously, because we now have much better blueprints for both. But I still think this is a really charming little addition to the parking lot area. And yeah, so I still need to landscape this other side of it. Oh, I added, because this is like a bus tour vehicle station that Amaguner added to the side of the road, and I then just placed some vehicles, including this coach, which is actually just like a straight up piece in the game that we have, and it's super cool. That was from the European set, but I added this this billboard, which we also have at the entrance, but it's just some advertising for the zoo. I thought it would be cool to have like a specific tour vehicle that could like pick people up throughout the city and bring them to the zoo. But yeah, that's not all we have to show today. We're actually going to move over. Look at our beautiful zoo. I haven't touched this area since the episode I featured it in. I'm just sort of not interested in it right now, but I think I will be soon. And then all of this stuff over here also had like a really strong like creative motivation to work on it, and then I just suddenly didn't. But I think that may be coming up pretty soon, because I'm starting to gather references for it. It's like it's like the zoo's children's zoo, but that's all I'll say about it, because it's a sort of special concept that I'm really proud of. But we're actually going to return to the Africa Pavillion. We'll get on the ground here. So yeah, nothing new in this area. I did replace, or I didn't replace anything, but I recolored the because this area used to have like a bunch of structures with red roofs instead of the green you see here. But I didn't really like the red roofs. That was something I didn't really like about the original area. So I've reassessed the color palette of this section, and now everything is a lot more earthy. Before, all of the structures had like red roofs, and then this like sort of warm clay colored wood paneling and stuff, and then like white plaster. But I didn't really like how like stylized that felt. It just didn't feel like something the zoo would put like that kind of effort into. So I wanted it to look a little more realistic from above. And you can see there, I've still got structures with the original palette that I need to recolor. And I might not even use these. I've got like a bunch of blueprints from the old Africa Pavillion that I saved just in case I wanted to use them. But I'm worried that's going to put me in a box creatively. So we'll see how that goes going forward. But yeah, we're going to cross the bridge. La la la. Giraffe exhibit looking good as always. And then this is also the painted dog exhibit from the last episode. But over to the right side of this little area, we have some new stuff. This is a holding facility for meerkats. This is our new meerkat exhibit. I obviously still need to add signage and all that, but the bones are there pretty much. I really like how the incorporation of this little plaster piece from the North Africa set. And then I think this whole shaded viewing area is based on the one at Henry Doorly. It's for the Klipspringers and Hyraxes instead of the meerkats, but you know, it works. I think it's cool. It's a nice deviation from these other like metal roofed structures, which I was originally going to use. I was just going to copy this one and put it over here, but that just felt kind of lazy and repetitive. So I decided to do something new, and I really, really like how this looks. We're actually going to hop out for a second and check out how it looks from above. I kind of emphasized it in the last episode as well, but I'm significantly lowering the budget. Are you guys stuck? Are you okay? No, they're fine. They're just being weird. I'm significantly lowering the budget for this area, just because I felt like it, pretty much. I was getting a bit sick of doing, like, hyper-themed, like, super, like, rock work, landscaping, theming, blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to be a little bit more janky. Not janky to the point of, like, being unethical or unsafe, but just in terms of, like, the materials I use and how I use them. Like, you see over here, I've got all of these mud walls lining the front of the exhibit, and I need to actually cover these up because the guests wouldn't see this. But I've got the, like, you know, creative rock work lining the front of the exhibit, like, you know, front of house. But then towards the back, I've got this super, actually quite janky corrugated fence barrier thing. That was based on an exhibit I saw on Bro Nation. It was a wombat exhibit. I think it was was, I forget. I'll put it up because that like use of the material was super inspiring and cool, and I just wanted to copy it as one does. And then we've got their holding facility over here. It is it's just a shell. It's empty. I don't think I'm gonna do much in the way of holding facilities for this area, and just for the zoo in general, unless it's like an indoor exhibit where you kind of have to because you're like running into it. But like I think this works just as an empty shell, and the keepers can still enter through the door, so it still works aesthetically, and I really like the simplicity of it. It's just green plaster, and I've got the corrugated roofs up here. I also still need to add like a drainage system because I've got it on the top here, but I need to add like gutters on the sides for it to actually go down to the ground for the rain and stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with the landscaping for this exhibit as well. I think I'm just forgetting all of my references, but I'll put it up as well. But yeah, it's really cool, really open. A lot of nifty rock work and some of these little burrows here. This was actually inspired by one Just Goron did for his painted dog exhibit in Peaks of Bergen. I just really loved the use of the faux trees and the actual burrow piece in the middle of it. It looks really, really cool. And I don't know if the meerkats can actually use it. Oh, no, they can. They're not in it right now, but it is usable. I believe this one is as well. Yep. Maybe it is. Or, I mean, maybe I'll, like, show them actually using it, because I have to imagine that looks really cool. But speaking of burrows, you probably saw it already, but I've got this, like, secondary lower level that's kind of unfinished in terms of execution. Like, I need to cover up all this mulch. But they can't actually come under here. There they are. Look at them go. But yeah, I need to like cover up all of this like rock stuff and cover it with the mulch and stuff like that, just to properly finish it off. And then I'm gonna have some like mulch up front that looks like they're actually like digging tunnels instead of just this like big like underground bunker thing. But yeah, I'm happy with how this is right now. You know, the bones are ready, and I'm ready to show it off because there just hasn't been an episode in a little while. So yeah, that's the meerkat exhibit. But last thing we've got to look at is over here. You can see one of the residents of this exhibit right away. But this is the, I'm calling it the Baboon Cliffs exhibit. It is inhabited by, we've got ibex over here, and then we've got Hamadryas baboon. I think, are you guys okay? You wanna not ruin my video? Huh? There you go. Everyone's being kind of weird today, aren't they? And I've also got Planet Zoo Plus, so now when I move the animals, the confetti doesn't go off, which is really nice. I'm still baffled by that creative decision. But, yeah, this is the Baboon Cliffs exhibit. The ibex are just the alpine ibex from the Europe pack, but they're really just bounding all over the place. They're a lot like more active than the baboons are. But these are just the alpine ibex from the Europe pack. I'm pretending they're Nubian ibex, which I think are a lot smaller because these guys are way, way bigger than the baboons. But I think it's a neat little combination. It's based on the one at the San Diego Zoo. They combine Nubian ibex and gelada. I'm pretty sure Nubian ibex and Hamadryas baboon overlap, but I don't know. I think it's a safe combination, just because of how similar the Hamadryas baboons and gelada are. But yeah, this is like sort of an introductory viewing area, and then I've got stuff leading up here, which I actually think we'll check out. It's really cool. But yeah, like it's cool. It's ready. We'll check it out in a moment. But that is not. This is the primary viewing area for the exhibit. It's still kind of obstructive, like you can't really see the whole exhibit from here, but that is what the other side is for, which we will also see. But yeah, also a work in progress. This is sort of a indoor play area for the baboons. Like if it's in the colder months, they will have full access to that, in addition to the outside. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this has come out. This is going so far, because again, work in progress. I need to do a whole bunch of signage for this interior, and then I am actually going to do a backstage for the baboons and the ibex, but that is all in due time. But for now, I also want to point out this reinforced glass. I really, really like this design-wise. It's based on the one for the Gelada/Ibex exhibit. Yeah, it's got these cool little dots at the bottom, which I'm not really sure what they're for, because usually to like deter birds and stuff, they put like little decals sort of higher up. But the one at the San Diego Zoo has these at the bottom, which look really cool, but I'm not exactly sure what their purpose is. And then I've got these cables that are lining the glass as well, mostly for the ibex, because they've got a habit of using their horns on things that can break. But yeah, we're gonna take a better look at the exhibit from above and check out that landscaping. Oh, and look, he's using the platform. Thank you, even though your horns are clipping through it. That's okay. But yeah, this is the exhibit from above. It looks super, super cool. It's up against this hillside, which was sort of why I built this exhibit. I was like, okay, this is like a really cool like hillside setup. Let's just put the baboons and ibex here, because they were on like my species list, but I wasn't too sure where I wanted them. But I think they fit really nicely here. And yeah, it's primarily based on the Hamadryas baboon exhibit at the Oakland Zoo, which I actually visited last summer. And again, with the sort of jank, they've got these little climbing platforms. I think this bond might be a little broken. That's okay. They've got these climbing platforms, which are really simple and utilitarian. And then they've got this fence lining most of the perimeter, but I've got some rock work towards the front of the viewing area. But yeah, this is also a custom fence. It's different from the one I used for the painted dogs. It's brand new, which I'm really proud of the effort I'm putting into the custom fencing these days. Just the different types of mesh, and then I've got these cables at the top, which are made of, I forget what the name is. The animal sign pole. It's for the Grassland DLC, but we had like ceiling fan cable pieces with the Europe set, but they were still just a little too thick. But these are just, they're perfect. I love them. They're amazing. And you can use them as like piano wire for older exhibits too. It's awesome. But yeah, this is their exhibit as it stands. Another thing I really like is the so we've got this front viewing area with all these different metal materials, and then to the sides of that we've got the rock work. But then over here I've got this huge concrete wall which kind of blends into the rock work, and it just lines this side of the exhibit because this is where the tall trees are. And if the trees were ever to fall, they wouldn't damage the wall like extensively, so the animals would escape. But then over here, I've got this sort of fence that's made of weaker material, and I keep sort of the shorter plants on this side. So if a tree were ever to fall, if a tree were ever to fall, it would fall on the concrete and not on like the wire and mesh, and it would just all come crashing down. Because this fence is also meant to be electrified, because if it wasn't, the baboons could totally just climb over this. But yeah, that is sort of the look I'm going for. And then I also really love these platforms. Normally, I just put the supports like directly beneath it, like the platform itself. But I've got these little brackets on the side that are holding it up, and I think it's like a super really cool looking structure. Which is also based on the Oakland Zoo. This whole thing. So yeah, that is the Baboon Cliffs exhibit. But we're gonna let's actually go back down to the ground because I want to do like the proper walkthrough. So yeah, we're gonna go up this way, and we're gonna go through this kind of forested trail. I wanted to do like a long stretch just without any exhibits, just to kind of give us a breather. Sorry, but yeah, this is like a cute little snack bar. If you couldn't already tell, I'm probably pushing back the opening date for this area pretty far, because originally it was like 2010s, but I'm kind of laying back on that because I don't want like all of these areas to be in the 2010s. I'm thinking 2000s probably for this area, maybe like late 2000s. I'll have to see when the African section at Omaha opened, because that's been a pretty big inspiration. But this is like a purely original structure. Oh, actually no, it's based on the one at the San Diego Zoo, or it was at the San Diego Zoo. It was a snack bar at the old children's zoo section, which is now not there anymore. But I really liked just how simple it was. That was weird. And yeah, I've got this custom vending machine over here. It is the old, what's it called? I think it's Fizz Whiz. It's the Domez Fizz Whiz vending machine, but I just put a custom billboard over it, and it's now like a special thing for Orewell Zoo. So yeah, I'm thinking, I still need to come up with a name for this one. I'm gonna make like a custom sign and everything, and I think that'll really top off the whole area really well. But over here, we've got this elevator to get up to the sort of other side, because that is also accessible. Over here, this is where I want to put the chimpanzee exhibit. I've already got a cool little custom sign there, and it'll hook up to the primate house, which I also want to redo, so we probably won't be approaching that for a little while. But yeah, over here, I've got this walkway, and I've got some directional signage as well, specific to the area, so just, you know, like where the different exhibits are, because it's pretty big and it would be easy to get lost. But over here, I've got this walkway, and this took me a while just because of the elevation change. I wanted it to look clean. But yeah, you come up here, past this cool little sidewinder, and then over here, I think, I'm not sure exactly what animal I want. I kind of want to make this where the African forest animals are, so I might have some duiker and some bongo and stuff like that. But then you would come over here, past all of this. I'm still working on this landscaping. It's been kind of a pain because it's right up to the edge of the map, and if you put something like over it, for me at least, it crashes, so I've had to be really careful. It's like happened a couple times. It's been really annoying, but I'll get to it eventually. But if you continue down this way, you get a special look into the baboon / ibex exhibit, and you can just kind of enjoy them actually like in their sort of pasture as you come down this way towards the rest of the area. And then over here, I want to do a barn for the ibex, because this whole building would be devoted to the baboons and their viewing. But I want to have like a little separate barn for the ibex, just because they would need a space to themselves. And over here, I've made sure the ibex wouldn't be able to fit. So this just belongs entirely to the baboons. And then all of their night holding and stuff is going to be in these rooms. So yeah, that is how we're doing right now. I don't know if I'm going to just keep going with the Africa Pavillion. I might move on to another area for a little while. But I'm a little burnt out from Planet Zoo just because winter break is over and all of my classes are starting up again, and I'm also working. So I'll just be super busy, but I promise I won't take as long of a hiatus as I did last time. The time between videos won't be nearly as long just because I still have a whole bunch of stuff to show. So yeah, I'm recording a new St. Reginald video later this week. I'm excited to see what Goron does. Maybe we'll do some Dawson Mountain just because I've been working a little in that zoo as well. But I'll see you in whatever comes first, and have a good one.